Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a bonus full moon for the month of January tarot oracle reading. And Aquarius, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Aquarius, we still all do have a little bit of Aquarius in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is Aquarius in? That is where this energy shows up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. This is a collective reading, so just realize that parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you, leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading, meaning that you'll see it at exactly the right time for you. If it has been some time since I posted it, think back to when I posted it. What was going on in your life at that time? That will give you some more clarity for what your situation. I'm going to begin. I already shuffled the cards, but I just wanted to give them a quick cut and shuffle, and we will begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. And we have the Empress. Well, that's pretty awesome energy to start with, Aquarius. The Empress is all four queens rolled into one. So she has the qualities of all four queens. She is sitting on her throne, pregnant with possibility. This card also, if you're looking to be pregnant, start a family, this energy is like the pregnancy card for the tarot. And she's growing all this wheat at her feet here. And this is just showing that she plants the seeds and then she counts on nature to do its thing. And she doesn't have to go to extreme efforts to get what she wants and what she needs. It just, she waves her magic wand. No. She puts her energy into it and then assumes what is done. And she lets nature take its course kind of energy. She's got the ability, she has very mentally intelligent and has good control of her mind. Like the Queen of Swords, she's very loving and maternal and really good to, you know, like the type of person that enjoys being married and being in a relationship with a special someone. So she's got that kind of energy. She's also very good with pentacles, health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D. So like keeping a really, you know, strong lifestyle. And good with money, and also good with business, if need be. What else am I missing here? I think that's it. I think I've covered all the signs of the Queen. I feel like I missed one, but you get the picture. So that's the Empress energy, and that's the underlying energy, the potential for that in this reading. Then we have, I'm going to be working on the internal forces, your internal forces. Ooh. And we have the Devil. So your internal forces, there's some sort of temptation that's in your life right now, or someone else is tempted by something you have. It's that kind of energy. So when the Devil comes in, this energy is, it's ruled by Saturn, and it's very deep energy. And we have two lovers here, and they're both are chained together, and they're chained to Saturn's box. And the Devil is hunched on this. So quite often this speaks about animal instincts and like desires, lust, that kind of energy. And so they are chained to this box, but they could escape. They could just lift the chain, like it's not that tight, and skedaddle out of there. When this energy comes up, it really represents temptation. This is an archetype for temptation. And it's kind of the kind of energy of making choices, like what kind of choices are you making? So if someone's tempting you with something and you know it's not something that would be good for you, but you want to do it anyway, remember that the Devil doesn't tempt you with like, oh, I'm going to bring you some real smelly, horrible shift and then you can sign your soul over to me. And no, the Devil's going to tempt you with something that you really want. Like something that's beautiful and desirable, and quite often that's another relationship. So the Empress quite often is someone who's married, so I don't know if the Empress energy is feeling temptation, or someone is feeling temptation regarding the Empress, or like maybe you are the Empress energy, like it's just already there kind of energy. When this energy comes up, I always cover it with the next card, because you're not going to get the truth from the Devil. And the Devil never does his own dirty work. So he always has to send a minion in. and or God will send someone in to cover you. And what we have here is we have someone that has, this is the Six of Pentacles. Now, normally what this means is you're planting the Six of Pentacles. These are seeds, you know, to like the Empress does, and you're expecting the growth from them, and you're putting your energy into it. But this is about the give and take in life. So pentacles do represent money, but they also represent the energy of give and take in your health, wealth, your happiness, your lifestyle, that kind of energy. So this person has enough money to give away some money, but perhaps they're giving away too much, or and maybe they're tempted by someone and someone's asking them for money. This could be extortion. Sometimes it's that kind of energy. Give me your money, or this or that kind of energy. We've got the scales of justice here. You notice that this person's not giving money to this person, but they're giving it to this person. And that's because they know that this person already has something in their pocket. They're a grifter. And so this could be represent criminal activity, and this could represent activity feeding the energy of what is good for you to invest in, kind of energy. So this is kind of the coin does represent, of course, money, but it also represents your time and your energy and your effort, you know, like what are you pouring your energy into, this or that, you know, and will it balance out in the end, that kind of energy. The scales of justice are here. So this is the internal forces that you're going through right now. And then we have soulmate. Interesting. So this is like the Two of Cups represents an energy of your divine partner. So someone that you feel very like is your divine partner. And I don't know if this is this. Okay, so this energy can be talking about the Empress has been tempted by someone that she feels is her soul partner. She's giving too much of her energy or whatever away. So she's not sitting in her true energy with this person. Or this is now coming in. This is the position you've been in. And now this is the energy coming in, and it's your soulmate. And your soulmate's going to empower you to get out of whatever this situation is. I don't know why I'm picking up extortion, but that's what I'm picking up. So we'll see here, like blackmail energy, you know. And then we have the the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles, I mean the Eight of Pentacles, I apologize. So there is 8 Pentacles, but he's working on the 7th. And so this energy talks about, it's the only card out of all the Pentacles where the person is actually working on the actual coin. And so this is a card of actually making money. And so with this energy behind it, it could be talking about grifting, like some sort of energy of, you know, money laundering, actually making money that's not their kind of money, you know, like that kind of energy. And so this, and it can also represent, like, this person's very focused on making money. And so it could be like money laundering or that, because there's this energy under here. Normally this would be your heart at work to bring in your harvest, but here it feels more like the devil's hard at work to get you to give what's yours to the devil, kind of energy. So that's the energy that we're in. And now I don't know if this is something that you began working on since you met your soulmate, or if you were working on it and now, like, this is like you have these 6 done and now you're working on the 7th and you only have 1 to go, or if you just started working on it and it's like one done, working on the 2nd, and all of these to go. We'll see here. What's this about? Ugh. The 3 of Pentacles. So yeah, this energy is talking about the good news is you've mastered your skill set. And the bad news is that, and the good news is also that people have noticed that you've mastered your skill set, so they want to collaborate with you. The bad news is they're not necessarily in alignment with this energy again, with what it is that you are in alignment with. And this quite often represents for me secret societies, because this is a Mason. And, you know, it's that kind of energy. It's like secret society, wanting, and your position is elevated because you're very good at what you do, and they want to work with you. But you have to be very careful here, because if they're not in alignment with your values and what you want to give and take in your life, you want to be really careful about signing any contracts or anything like that, and really look into things to make sure that anyone that you're investing your energy in, that they are in alignment with you. And the other thing that's coming up is just, this can represent someone that is in an elevated position now because you might have just received your degree, from university, or you might have received your papers, to be a tradesperson, like an electrician or a plumber or that kind of energy. This could represent someone that has been working for a company for a long time and now they have started up their own business, that kind of energy. So be careful who you're collaborating with, that they are on the up and up, and because with this energy, it's saying they may not be. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is talking about don't sell yourself short. Again, like don't just go ahead and sign papers and contracts and be, oh, this is too good to be true, but I'm going to do it anyway kind of energy. This is not a good time for that. The Cancer moon that is coming up on January 3rd, which is really affecting the energy for all of us right now, that and the new year coming up. So in 2023 or 2025, we are, it's the 2 + 2 + 5 is 9. So it's a 9 cycle. And so we're ending a whole decade of energy. And then we're moving into 2026, and 2 + 2 + 6 is 10. 1 + 0 is 1. So that's a brand new beginning. And it's not like we're just moving into a new year. We're leaving in an old decade-long cycle to move into a new decade-long cycle. So it might be empowering for you to also look back. What were you doing 10 years ago in 2015 and 2016 during that time frame? Who were the people you were with? What was happening then? Because this energy is like coming to an end now, one way or another. The universe is bringing it to an end. That's the energy. And so you want to, like, this is talking about don't sell yourself short, and don't play it safe. It talks about both ends of this. Like, this is talking again. This is the only other card out of the Pentacles that's focused just on the money part of the 3D Pentacle energy. And so this is like, this person has a strong foundation, but and they're standing on it. But having said that, this is about energy of safe money. And then this is the next stage of money, going after your heart's desires. And then this is the energy of your crowning glory. So you want to make sure that what you're investing in is going to take you here, and that you're not going to be taken advantage of. Because I'm getting like there's some sort of blackmail down the road here kind of energy. I keep getting extortion. I don't know I hope that's not the case for you, but that's the energy to be avoiding for sure. But then we have victory coming in. So this is good to see. So, there we have it. Okay, so because the Cancer moon coming in is ruled by Cancer energy, the zodiac sign of Cancer is ruled by the moon. And so it's extra, like, and the stage of life of Cancer is the adolescent girl. So you think about an adolescent girl who's just started her cycle, and she's very moody, that kind of energy. She hasn't learned how to deal with the hormones yet. And it's up and down emotionally. That's the kind of energy that we're in. And the Cancer energy also loves to be home. Like, they're a homebody more than a socializing person. They're more of an introvert. Quite often, that's the energy. And so they're so much of an introvert that their glyph is a crab, and the crab represents the fact that they would carry their home on their back so they wouldn't have to leave it, kind of energy. So this is talking about someone that's like in feeling like, I just want to stay home, I want to crawl under the covers, I want to eat comfort food, I want to read my good book. And this is going, and we just moved into, on the 22nd of December, we moved into, from Sagittarius to Capricorn energy. And Capricorn energy is like the opposite. Capricorn energy is, let's go build something, let's go climb a mountain today, that kind of energy. And so Capricorn energy is very determined, and that's they're the most evolved and responsible of the earth signs. And so they're the most mature earth sign, and their job is to bring what our thoughts and from the ethereal into the physical world. And so they are people who love to build businesses, and they like to build buildings, and they could be like a developer, that kind of energy. They like to start a project and work through it, and they take consistent steps of action to make sure it's done. And they have a lot of determination. So you think about the mountain goat climbing a mountain, but then take into consideration that this is actually a sea goat. So its tail is a dolphin tail, but its front end is that of a mountain goat. So imagine climbing a mountain. If you've ever seen the mountain goats climbing the mountains, it's amazing. Like they're on these very steep, cliffs, and they're just like, how did they even get there? You wonder, and they'll be standing there like on way up there on this like straight up edge almost with two of their babies just nonchalant, and so that's the kind of energy, and when Capricorn energy is at its best. And the other part is you're most likely to find them at the mall. Public image is very important to them. They're the ones that really like designer items, and they like to flash their money around a bit. That's kind of energy. So it's so opposite from the Cancer energy. And at the same time that we've got Cancer here, the moon, we have the sun is also in Capricorn energy. So that's like Leo, and Leos like to get out and about, and they're like that leadership energy. And that's also the sun. So the sun is shining light on anything here in the Cancer energy, right? And that kind of energy is being like it's being seen for all. It's for all to see. Like anything hidden from the moon, the illusions is what the moon represents. The sun is shining directly on it, showing, hey. And then the full moon is also showing you, hey, you might need to release this. Plus, we also have Mars there, and Mars is like a fiery Aries energy. You think Aries is the newborn baby coming in, that's just been born, and they come in head first. They're rammy. They are represented by the ram, and their energy is very loud, and like if you've ever heard a newborn baby cry, they're so little, but they can be really loud because that's the only way they have of communicating. And so that's it can be very aggressive energy. So this is also facing this Cancer energy that just wants to crawl under the covers and, read a good book kind of energy. And then we've got, on top of that, the Venus energy. And that's the Taurus energy. So Taurus energy is the baby of the Pentacle energy. Like it's Taurus, and then Virgo, and then Capricorn. So Taurus energy, think of a toddler and someone like, I want, and I'm taking, and they're not good at sharing. And then on the other end, they have this huge capacity for love, and they're so adorable. And then they throw those temper tantrums, and you're like, what happened to this adorable child? If they don't get their way, they're not happy. And that's because they haven't learned the give and take yet in the world. Like you have to teach toddlers that they have to share kind of energy. And so that's the kind of energy that this moon is bringing out. So it's quite volatile. And then on top of that, moving from one cycle that's been for 10 years this way into another one. And then on top of that, we just moved out of the energy of Pisces in 2020, the age of Pisces. And that was like it's like something, I've got to look it up. It's 1600 and something years, I think, that we're in that energy. And then we moved into the age of Aquarius. So we're in the age of Aquarius about 6 years now. And we're starting to see that because the Aquarius energy is very technical and all about the mind. And it's like we're seeing that with the AI. In particular, you may have noticed in the last 6 months, I've noticed that this AI energy is becoming more and more noticeable in day-to-day life. And you see it on the news more, that kind of energy. So that's what people are dealing with right now as we move into the new year. And so the energy is going to be very different from 2025 to 2026. And I feel like we're going to notice it, like we're already noticing it. And if we don't notice it by the new year, we sure are going to notice it, because that full moon energy is really aggressive. It's really opposing, So it's just a reminder for everybody, keep your do your best to stay calm and rein your emotions in. And that's what this is talking about. Like, this is representing kind of that energy of Leo, born to lead. But the only way you're going to ever be able to lead and do that is by reining your horse. And that the horse represents the emotions, and not, this card represents victory after battle. So this could be a battle of what's right and wrong, and whether or not who are you going to do business with, basically. Who are you going to get into bed with, basically? Like, who are you going to partner with? That kind of energy. And then we have the King of Pentacles coming in. So the King of Pentacles is someone that's a professional, and they are also like all about that Capricorn energy again. And this is like someone who is really highly respected for their business acumen. So they could be a CEO of a company, a head financial advisor. They could be like in the bank, like up high, though. They'll be in a higher position. This could be someone that's a financial advisor, a retirement planner, that kind of energy. It can be a mortgage broker, someone that handles big amounts of money and is in charge of that kind of energy. So the King of Pentacles is known usually to be a very stable person. And if you're in some sort of situation like this where you don't know what to do, it would be advisable to consult with someone, and as long as they're on the up and up and they're not involved in this kind of thing, This, I don't like this energy. It's like you have all this potential here and here to be with someone that could really build something amazing, and you would have to put the work into it, but you would enjoy it because it's what you would love to do, kind of energy. And then if you get caught up in this kind of energy, it could end like not so great, You could really go down, it could really take you down a path that's hard to remove yourself from. And then we have the Lovers coming up, is the external forces. And so look at this. Look at the energy here. So this is an external force coming in. Now, is that external force someone that looks like, if it ends up like this, it could be a lover that has, and that's what the devil sends in. Like, the devil will send in someone really tempting that you think maybe, oh, that's an empress, but it's like someone who's involved in this kind of energy. And you may, so be really wary of this energy is what I'm getting, Aquarius. Like, make sure you know who you're dealing with, and make sure that if you're involved in with like any contracts or anything, make sure that you read the fine print and you get someone that understands, like, all the like a lawyer or someone that understands the finances in that, and the contract, to make sure. And this might even be talking about signing a prenuptial or getting a prenuptial agreement. It could be something like that kind of energy. The Star is coming in, so for the external forces. So this energy is talking about someone that's very personable, and they're dipping into the universal waters, putting their energy in that. This card, the Star, usually represents someone that is more innocent. So, but it's sitting right here on the external forces. Let's take a look at this here. We've got, this is the house, like this represents, is your identity and your self-image. So you see yourself as being a good soulmate. Like, you identify with, maybe you've met someone, and it could be that this Empress energy, and you're saying, wow, this is my soulmate. And then this energy is talking about how you feel about your self-worth. So you understand how to put work into something, and you understand how to make money. Like, doing it, like staying focused and really going on it. But if this kind of energy, what is this about? So early life, maybe you come from a family that has made their money, that, their focus hasn't been on working diligently at something to make money, but marrying into it. That's the energy I'm picking up. Is someone that goes around and marries money. I know a few people like that. you know, that they, and they're always like, they'll be with someone and you're like, oh, they're with another very rich person. And then it lasts for however long, and then they're not with that person anymore, but they're with someone else, and they're always like, their lifestyle keeps going up. I know a few people like that, actually. So like, it's kind of talking like that kind of energy, like being, think like, and the person that this person could actually really care about you, but they also wouldn't care about you if you didn't have the money, like the King of the Pentacles. That's the energy I'm picking up. Like if you were someone that was poor, they would not be, it doesn't matter if they think you're their soulmate or not. They're like, no, no, thank you. So that could be the energy. Someone that's really looking to marry someone for the money, the lifestyle, that kind of energy. And then we have, this is like your emotional foundation. So, and your home and family, like how you would want to raise the people you're with. And it's kind of like, are you going to take risks with your money, or are you going to play it safe? Are you going to go after your heart's desires, or are you going to go after someone else's heart's desires, kind of energy? Are you going to work diligently to create something that you can be really proud of, or are you just going to take someone else's crown? It's kind of like that energy. And then we have creativity, romance, and children here. So this is about if reining your emotions in, then you become a true leader. That's the energy. And this is about how, like if you all of a sudden have money and you didn't have money before, and it's a lot of money, because we're talking here generational wealth. We're talking about a king. It's probably like real estate, a legacy to pass down to your children kind of energy. And you're not used to being in that energy. It can be very overwhelming in many ways. A lot of people, you know how if people win the lottery, and then they say, like, statistically, it's really high. I think it's like 70% or something. Don't quote me on that, but I'm getting it was around that amount. End up like bankrupt after, like several years after, because they don't know how to deal with that much money. The more money you have, the more responsibility you have. It's just the way the world works. So, but this energy does involve lovers for sure, because we've got that twice here, and it's not someone that necessarily has your best interest at heart. So really look into things, you know. This is the energy of, okay, this or that, seeing things one way or the other, having a closed mind maybe about hearing about anything about this person. Like, no, they're my soulmate kind of energy. And so it's about really going inward again. And it's just saying, make sure, because here, this person, body language wise, they're sitting with their feet turned out. And this energy is talking about leaking energy, like they're being drained of their energy in some way or another. And money is energy. And they've got their arms crossed over their heart and protecting it. So, I mean, if this is your soulmate, why do you have to be in this position where, you know what I mean? Like where you're asking, is this really like, is this person got my best in? If you're asking, does this person have my best interest at heart? Well, then probably the answer is no, because if you wouldn't have to ask it otherwise, you know? So again, it's talking about, pay attention to the energy around you right now. Because like in the news right now, we're seeing a lot of that energy coming out, like people, not being who they say they are, and it's coming out, and it's really public, and it's really quite nasty, you know? And yeah, and because this energy is kind of like, look at this 6 Pentacles here that you have. And there you are left in regret. What happened to all my money? I only have 1 pentacle left, you know? And this Empress, this Empress energy is where you were at to begin this reading. So this is really talking about, like, this is about regret for putting a whole bunch of work into something and then getting nothing out of it, or very little out of it for your effort. Yeah, so this is, and then we have the Page of Cups coming in with communication. Oh, Aquarius. This is Aquarian energy, by the way. Like, this is typical Aquarian energy, studying, giving it a good look, right? So The Page of Cups, they used to work for the king and the queen. They would be between the ages of 7 and 14, and they would work for the king and queen and deliver messages back and forth. So forms of communication, run small tasks or whatever, and quite generally they would come from upper class families. And the communication coming in is something to do with love, because that's what the cups represent. This represents your like a divine partner, a soulmate. Now, soulmates don't have to be romantic, but they quite often are. They can also be people that you partner with in business. They can be people that are in your family already. They could be a total stranger, but it's someone that you're karmically attached to, that you have, and it's kind of like sometimes people will mistake love at first sight for like running into someone they got a whole bunch of karma with, that kind of energy. So the Page of Cups is coming in with some form of communication. Now, in the old days, that communication would have been on foot and delivered by hand. But these days, with all the forms of communication we have, it could be like an email, it could be some documents, something coming in the mail. It could be a phone call, text message, it could be a social media post, something that shows up in the news and it's really, really public. It could be any of those things. But in this case, quite often, like this card will come up regarding like moving in from that energy of, if you think about the Pisces energy, that's the old boys club. It's this kind of energy where, it's all, the deals are all done behind closed doors, and it's a handshake, and it's a funny handshake. Like it's that kind of energy. I don't know how else to put it. And so it's not what it appears to be in daylight kind of energy. So we have that energy, the old boys club energy, and running the world. The men were always running the world. They were mostly like like in that energy. And now we moved into the age of Aquarius, and Pisces energy is very deep, and it's very like in the times of the Pisces energy, a lot of times people would get into a career and they would be in that career their entire lifetime. They would start with a company and they would be working with that company or for that company, and for the rest of their life, unless they started their own business or something like that. But that's the Pisces energy. It's kind of the way things are done, the way systems run, like this is the way things have been for the last 1600 and some years. Why would we change it now? And then the energy coming in is this Aquarian energy, and Aquarian energy is about air, not about water. And so the energy here is we got a fish out of water. That's the Aquarius, that's like moving from, being in the water. If your fish is kind of important, and also being now gasping for air in this new way of being, because the old systems just aren't working the way they used to. That's the energy we're seeing in the world right now. And that's the Aquarius energy. That's moving into the age of Aquarius. Aquarius is about, it would be very unusual for someone that's like starting off in their career now, that they're going to be in the same career even, let alone the same company for their entire lives, like it used to be. Very unlikely. And so the Aquarius energy is more about experimenting in smaller ways, and then observing how did that go, and then if it went well, then you double up on that, and if it doesn't, you leave it. Like you don't stay in a company that you're not happy working for. And so that's the kind of difference in energy, and this card sometimes can represent that, and I'm getting it's representing that. And also there's something fishy about your love life. It's something smells, and it's not a good smell. And like this person knows that there's plenty of fish in the sea, but they're focused on this fish. And why are they so focused on that fish? Is it because they're in love, or is it because there's something fishy going on? And then we have the Ace of Cups coming in. So this is God stepping in, and the universe stepping in, saying, no, this is your divine partner coming through here. So, stay on your path. This person's been sent to you. Maybe you somehow have been approached with this energy, and now someone's been sent to you, and that could be this King of Pentacles that you've gone to ask for advice from. And if it's an expert, like if you're planning to get into any form of business or anything right now, you know, or even if you're signing a prenup or, you know, anything like that, make sure, like it's a big decision, make sure you get good expert advice from lawyers or, you know, whatever. Like make sure you do, because I feel like that's what this is saying. This partner has been put in your life to empower you. So this energy is coming in as a divine gift from the universe. This is for staying on your path and not giving into this energy. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Aquarius. That's really good. You dodged a bullet kind of energy, like, you know, because it's not going to work out really well. But this is saying, no, this cup of love, there's something fishy going on, but this person has been sent in to empower you and to stay at the now, like this is coming back around, and this is saying stay at, you know, on your path. Keep putting the work into what you're doing, and you already are elevated in position, and there's going to be a lot of people approaching you. Be careful of this energy, because this is rampant. You know, the AI energy is really empowering us in many ways. Like it empowers you to make systems and save time and that kind of thing. But it also, there's a lot of scams out there now, like, and they're getting better and better at them. And then we have the King of Swords coming in here. So yeah, this is like, okay, so this is about your marriage and commitment in marriage and your partnerships. That's that house. So it is a star coming in. This is someone that, like you see the sun here. This is someone that was sent. This has been confirmed here. This is about transformation in your life and secrets being revealed and the shared resources. So I feel like perhaps this soulmate that's coming in is this King of Pentacles, and they're really good at business, and they're saying, no, 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 you're not going to sign that. And then, you know, it works out. And then this here is about your higher learning, and maybe in the past this has happened to you, and then this person has come, God sent you this person to help you get out of whatever this is. And then we have the career and reputation and your public image. So yeah, it's saying, I feel like this is an external force coming in. It's someone coming from outside that has come in, and it's been sent by the divine to empower you. Because here we have blessings and friends coming in, and you know, being able to, this is like flowing, you know, it's love, it's true love, and it's keeping you in the flow, so of where you need to go. And then this is your spiritual, your spirituality, and it's about having that energy that's from above, of cutting through any bullshit, basically, and you will see the light. But I feel like this is kind of like a wheel that's turning already. And I feel like maybe you in the past have had something's happened to you regarding this energy. And now God has sent someone in that is like really good, like is going to stand up for you. This card usually means, like, it represents being a child of God, being innocent, and being of a great benefit in God's plan, like that you are meant to shine, you're meant to be a star, you're meant to have this energy, not this energy. And so maybe you didn't know what to do, something happened here, and you like, and so God in the universe, this is karma, right? This is cause and effect. So sent someone in to help you straighten this out. And so I'm glad for you, Aquarius. I'm really glad for you. Because this is like, this energy is not what you deserve. You deserve much more than that. And okay, so I'm going to put these cards down, and I'm going to clarify with these ones, see if we can get a little bit more information about this. And I'm also saying, like, it's talking about, like, in the grand scheme of things, also in the planet right now, we're seeing a lot of this. And I feel like it's saying that God will and the universe will, it will be put back into order. A lot of people are really worried right now. Things are changing so fast. And the economy and this and that. Oh, here we have it. This is the card that wants to come out. So I'm going to clarify this with my oracle. It's Tales from the Vector, and I do have a website, talesfromthevector.com. I'm in the process of bringing that out. I started working on it in 2007, and I'm finished the last 64th painting in 2020, and now I'm writing up the information. So I'm working with the cards online, but I don't want to print it yet because I want to print the book that goes with it when I print the cards. So in the description box below, I will put the cards in the order they appear here. If you want to check it out, you can check it out, talesfromthevector.com, and that's TAILS, and it's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. So, like, the Empress energy here is being clarified. This jumped out of the deck. This is by the Lovers, and so that's this card here. So this is saying this energy here, this soulmate energy, is the Empress energy you're looking for. It's the Lovers, an external force being sent in. I'm so happy for you. And this is the need to be right. Yeah, in this case, you need to be right. Like, sometimes we can, this can be a karmic space where we're like trying to make something right, you know, and it's just not right. So just don't make it right. But I feel like this is energy that you've been in. And this is the what if. Oh my goodness, what if this happens? What if that happens? I don't even know what to do kind of energy. And then you're sent in this, there was something fishy. You might have been about to marry someone or something that, yeah, or you had, because sometimes the King of Swords represents someone who is divorced or separated. It also can represent someone that earns their living with words, right? So this could be someone that is like a divorce lawyer, that kind of energy. But I feel like this energy is like you're going to be good, like, and you're in this Empress energy still. Yay. I was like, I didn't like this energy very much at all. Then we have the Sagittarius energy. So yeah, this is about expansion versus contraction. And yeah, I really like this energy for you then. Oh, so good. And then this is the Cancer energy coming in on this hard work kind of energy. You know, a lot of people, I mean, you don't want to work hard, you want to work smart, but like sometimes you have to put a lot of time into something. But if you really love to do it and it's something that you really enjoy, it doesn't really feel like work. And I feel like that people can see that. Like, if you're really enjoying what you do, people can tell, right? And it's very attractive. So it's good that you're attracting people that want to collaborate with you. Just make sure that, you know, and I'm getting, by partnering up with your soulmate, who I feel knows a lot about money and about, you know, contracts and stuff like that, like about business, that you'll be much better off to have that kind of energy in your life. And this is talking about being engaged or being entrenched in the energy, like being pulled down, or are you going to be uplifted? And then we have the Pisces energy. That's right on this energy I was talking about. You know, the old school energy, and that energy is you know, sink or swim kind of energy. But now it's like you could be treading water for a long time here if you're in this energy, because it's changing, and it's actually changing quite quickly. So this is about having the sensitivity to understand the energy that, you know, if you keep trying to do things the old way and the world's moving forward in a new way in this Aquarian energy, you're going to get left behind. And then we have the Hierophant coming in. So if there was, like, there's some shortage of pentacles here. So the Hierophant's coming in. This is traditional structure. This represents a lawyer, and it also, or I mean, a judge kind of energy, someone that's going to right the wrongs. It's about getting everything back in order the way it should be. And that comes all the way from the spiritual level down to the physical. And then we have attachment. So yeah, if we get really attached to something or someone, we can like not see things about them that we need to be able to see. And this energy is also saying what's yours is yours, or what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. That doesn't sound fair, does it? And then we have the destruction. Yeah. So this is talking about, some people have this energy where it's progress for them if they can marry someone with money and they don't have to do the work, And then if the business that they start up doesn't work out, oh, well, it wasn't really their money. I'll just go find someone else kind of energy. That's the kind of energy. And then on here, we have the lack of awareness of, I feel this energy down here. This is when God steps in and says, no, here, I'm going to show you a real, this is someone like that's aware, that's going to be able to empower you. And then we have the energy of, the Emperor. That's awesome. So the Emperor is all four kings rolled into one. The Emperor is all about performance. The Emperor can, if anyone can fix this, the Emperor will be able to. He has all the qualities of all the kings, and he's an authority figure, and very, and it matches this Empress energy, right? Isn't that awesome? I love this for you, Aquarius. Good job. And then there it's confirming your third eye. You need to look inward on this one. Use your insight. Make sure that you use your insight. Don't sign anything. Don't, especially around this Cancer moon when everybody's in this up and down roller coaster of energy. And then look at that. We have the Aquarius energy saying, reconfirming that also, right? That perhaps the reason why you feel like you're not getting somewhere is because you're stuck in these old ways, and you need to get into this Aquarius energy, where you're not trying to hold on to the same old way of doing things, and you're ready to step into a more experimental type energy. And then we have perception here. So the grass is greener because it's on the other side, and you found out it was fake. And that's that this and that energy there, right? Kind of, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. Having said that, if you really want green grass, all you have to do is, look after it. You have to grow it. To grow it, you have to plant it. Then you have to water it. You have to fertilize it, cut it often, weed it, and then you'll have beautiful green grass, and it's not fake. We have Libra, and so that's that energy talking about this is someone that's being sent in that's in the Libra energy, which is about someone that is mature enough now to really handle being in a committed relationship. So they're not someone that you have to worry about, that they're gonna, do like things behind your back and then you find out later, and all that kind of energy. This is someone you can really count on. And it's talking about marriage, and this is the cup of love that the divine is sending in for you. So it's really, really good. I'm so happy for you, Aquarius. Yeah. And so this is kind of the energy. Yeah, I feel like the karmic space of pride, sometimes we can get into a place where, we make a decision and then we have this need to be right. And so then we have to make it right, even if we know it's not right. And so that's just talking about, cutting through all of that crap and being in a place where you enjoy the adventure. Like a big part of being really successful at something is the journey. The journey is the fun part a lot of the time. And at the time, sometimes it doesn't seem like it, because sometimes when you're starting out with something new, it takes a while for it to take off and you feel like you're spinning your wheels. But this feels really good, Aquarius. I'm really pleased that it turned out this way. If you've liked this and if you've enjoyed this reading, just please do like and comment. It really does help me build my channel. And consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy. of the channel. I will have this out tomorrow morning. I'm working on this. It's the 30th, so it'll be just in time, 3 days before that full moon starts to shine. And also, I will be back with another reading mid-month. Bye for now, Aquarius.